I also rearranged my screen. I'm a little bit smaller, but I'm having ice problems. I'm a little bit smaller, but the screen is a little bit bigger. You know when, like, so I put ice in here, and then I poured the water over it, and, like, the ice is stuck, and my straw won't go in, and I need to, like, hit the ice with, like, a knife or something, but, like, that's just not the situation I'm in right now, unfortunately. So I can't, and it's just stuck, and I can't really drink it, and it's really not a good time for me. I didn't eat dinner. Oops, I had chips. I don't think chips counts as dinner, though. I actually go feral when that happens. I might just stick it with a pen. Are you guys going to judge me if I stab it with a pen? Is that gross? I feel like that's gross to stick, like, a random thing in your water. Methadone Daddy, thanks for subscribing for 3 months on a 3-month streak. Love that for us. How cute these stickers are. My old boss gave these to me. Does this have any identifying information on it? No, so this was a sign that was outside my classroom. It's a Halloween decoration. But the witch is in meant that you could come bother me. Like, you can come ask me a question. I'm teaching a class. Like, it was either, like, we're in class right now, or, like, it's planning, but you can come in. The witch is out. Text her on Remind if you need something. Also, look, you can see yourself. Now y'all can see the layout of my screen. This is y'all. And then look, there are the slides. I'd be struggling out here. But it says, the witch is out, text her on Remind if you need something. And I would put this on if I was, like, focusing and, like, needed everyone to fuck off. And then I would just turn the lights off and hide in the back. Or when I wasn't there. Broke the fourth wall, LMAO. Look, I have nails again. I'm also wearing my contacts today. What's this? Oh, a charger. I had a teacher who had a sign like that too. The best teachers do. I'm really, like, the ice thing is upsetting me. But anyway, you're literally the only reason. Oh, the chat is broken. Shit. Delete. Actually, we're gonna lock that. I figured out I make my life a lot harder by not locking the layers, which is stupid. Actually, it's not stupid. We should be nice to ourselves and not say things like that. See if the chat's working now. Bleh. Okay, cool. It looks like it's working now. It's a little bit skinnier today. Sorry about that. But anyway, back to the ice debacle. Look at Mike. I want to be like, I feel like you can't see Mike well enough like you used to be able to. That's better. Okay. So back to the ice debacle. Rebecca, first time watching live, what is up? So back to my ice debacle. I filled this with ice and then I poured the water over it, but the ice is stuck, so my straw won't go in. And I tried, like, shaking it around and stuff, and it's just not working, and it's, like, really interesting for me and, like, not a vibe. I have a really good story, but I have to go through and edit it so it's readable. Valid. Oh, I forgot I put this temporary tattoo on. I put a temporary tattoo on my leg, and it's, like, still on here. Hi. I like the skinny chat. Chat is a skinny queen. So today, I've rebranded myself. Welcome to the rebrand. This is now called the group chat. I should have capitalized the C. That's bothering me. So that's awesome. The temporary tattoo is, like, art. Like, it's like Mucha, the Seasons, if you know where that is. I dare you to call your girl boss mom and said, the water made the ice stick together and it's not a vibe. I was listening to Violating Community Guidelines before this. I'm going to the Community Guidelines show. I'm going to their live show. I'm so fucking excited. Ryan the Butt, welcome. Also, Ryan, you commented on my Instagram, and I feel bad that I didn't like it or reply, but it was a picture of the Bibble pillow, and you were like, new merch, ? And I didn't know what to say because that merch would be amazing, but that is someone else's product, so unfortunately I can't use it. Watching from work right now, that sucks. I hate working. Today went by so slow. So this is the thing with my job. It's either busy as fuck and I'm running around ragged the whole day, like back-to-back meetings, email popping off, everyone needs something, the world is burning down, nothing's working, everything's broken, no one's answering the phone. Like, it's either the end of the fucking world, It's that, or it is mind-numbingly boring because no one needs anything. And today, no one needed anything. I had like 2 meetings, and one guy needed help with the Wi-Fi. The printer is broken, but a guy has to come fix it. So we only have 1 printer right now, which like it's fine. We can have 1 printer. It's literally fine. Tell us how the show goes. You would be a great guest on violating community guidelines. So the toxic part of my personality is like assuming that they'll invite me to be on stage. You know what I mean? Like that's what the toxic part of me is thinking, because like obviously that would happen. But yeah, this is my rebrand. Gab Page dropped my phone on my foot and now I have a weird bruise. I saw someone else drop their phone on their collarbone. That's a rough one. But this is a rebrand. If you were here last week, we already had these slides and someone came up with calling it the group chat because this is literally just a group chat. I've waited all day for this stream to unwind. Work was annoying me on a new level today. That's literally the worst. How dare someone else have that? I know, but I might buy it. So my plan, I actually need to talk to my roommate because I want to put like I want to get rid of this beanbag. It's nasty. It's old. Blech. And I want to put like a love seat that turns into a sleeper sofa, but not the kind where you take the cushions off and pull a mattress out. A kind where it has like an ottoman, like that flips up. And you just lay on the couch, and there's no, like, separate mattress. Like a futon, kind of, but, like, a nicer, not, like, the shitty ones that just do that. Like, a nicer version of a futon, but, like, a smaller one. Like, a love seat futon here, and then I'll have the bibble pillow on that. Like a daybed, kind of. Let me see if I have it on my phone, and I can show you. I don't want to share my screen because it's, like, logged into everything, and I don't want you to see it all. Sorry. But I have, like, a list of the ones that I like. Rebranding, redecorating, new year, new me, honestly. Like, unstoppable, truly. Also, the other day I made an Excel spreadsheet all by myself. Well, it was a Google sheet, but whatever. I love the seatbed idea. Right? It's a good idea. Okay. Like this. Like, it's a couch, but it pulls out into a bed. Do you see what I'm saying? Here's other examples. This one's like fluffy, like puffier. Here's another one. So I think we're going to get some of these. You see what I mean? Like they're not super wide across, but you can like lay down with 2 people if you want to get cozy. You know what I mean? That'll look dope. Congrats on the spreadsheet. Thank you. I was really excited about the spreadsheet. I was trying to get my boyfriend to help me, but we were really confusing each other, and it like kind of was getting a little tense. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it by myself. I'll figure it out. It's fine. Like how hotel couches work. Yeah, I guess. I think it depends on the hotel. I don't know. Chat broke again. Awesome. I love that. I love it. It is so good and so fun when things break because it teaches us how strong we are when things are broken. So those are the defining moments, you know what I mean? Okay, so let's get into this. I definitely need one so now I can curl up with a KFC bucket. KFC is not my favorite. You know what is good though? Wait, why isn't the chat working again? You know what is good though? Popeyes. I love Popeyes. I haven't had Popeyes in a while. I'm hungry. I'm gonna need to get some food tonight. That's just gonna be what needs to happen. I should get the sandwich place. I haven't had the sandwich place in a minute, and I don't want to eat McDonald's because then my stomach will hurt, and I want a Dr. Pepper if I get McDonald's, you know what I mean? If the chat is really going to act up tonight, like I can't handle it. Okay, good, it's working now. Popeyes sounds so fucking good. Should I get Taco Bell on my way home from work? Yes. Yes, you should. Okay, so we have a couple submissions to go through tonight. I'm really on, also look at my hair, look how nice it curled. I'm really on the wavelength of doing a couple really long ones as opposed to like 50 really short ones. Remember when I used to do like 50 in one episode and just turn through them? I was just thinking about this. I was looking back at some old videos, like some of my first streams, like that have been on YouTube now. If you ever like miss one, I put them on YouTube and they stay up here for 2 weeks. But anyway, I have like changed so much. I don't want to say as a streamer because like that's really lame. Like that's really embarrassing for me to say as a streamer. Sorry. But I was like, I've really developed and changed so much, and I feel like now I'm kind of starting to get like my footing a little bit and get my own style. Slightly. You know what I mean? Just in case you're not looking, the Be Real just went off. What is that? It's like a social media, and it gives everyone a notification. You have to take a picture in that moment, and then it's like, oh, here's what everyone was doing at that moment. Is that what it is? That's what I'm picking up from context clues. There's a service called Treat Stream. You can set up Grubhub orders, and people in the chat could use a plugin to buy you a meal or snack for the stream. Hot take, Popeyes is trash. So this is what I've realized. Some Popeyes locations are trash. Because there's a Popeyes by my sister's house that literally fucks up everything. Like, it's not just the service, but, like, the chicken is not good. Like, I don't know what they're doing wrong. I really don't. And it's always been that way. And so I feel like if you just haven't, maybe you live in a city where there's no good Popeyes. You know what I mean? Like, because some Popeyes be hitting. You're a streamer, Miss Redacted. Stop, you're embarrassing me, Dad. It's so embarrassing. I just hit my boob. Popeyes are awful, horrendous service, but I'll still go. I just took a Be Real of my paintings. Not the Popeyes slander. The best Popeyes I've had was a gas station Popeyes in Alabama. The gas station Popeyes are sometimes the best. No, it's true. Popeyes will always be better, and I will drive there. I love Popeyes so much, but they're always they sometimes are kind of mean, but whatever. Okay, let's actually get into submissions and all of that. Lee's has the best potato edition. Gas Station Sonic slaps? There's a Gas Station Sonic? There is Gas Station Sonic. I miss Sonic so much. The things I would do unspeakable things. Horrible, horrible things. I would do unspeakable things for a cherry limeade slushie. Some mozzarella sticks. Oh my God. I miss Sonic so much. There's something about fast food restaurants attached to gas station and snack. I have a Denny's connected to one. I have seen the Denny's one. Sonic pretzels with the cheese dip. Stop. We can't talk about this anymore. Used to love Sonic, but recently had it and it's not great now. That's trash. Not sure I would have pegged you to the kind of person who keeps their inbox clean. I love it. I keep my inbox pretty clean. Not 100%, but I keep it pretty clean. It's like a little messy in there. I miss Raising Cane's so much. I've had it, but not since I was really little, so I don't really have a full opinion about Raising Cane's. The Sonic in my town takes a solid 30 minutes for 2 drinks, but I still love it. I might fuck around and drive to Sonic on Monday, or on Saturday, I mean. I might be like, babe, I need Sonic right now. I always get the Route 44 cherry limeade. What's the Route 44 cherry limeade? What is that? Zaxby's? Zaxby's? Oh my God. I fucking love Zaxby's, but that shit fucks my stomach up every time. I know if I eat Zaxby's, I'm going to be in pain later. Like, if I'm eating Zaxby's, I'm doing it knowing that I'm going to be in pain later, and that's a decision that I've decided to make. I probably have Zaxby's once a year, max, and like every time afterwards, I'm like, this is exactly what I had coming. I'm 0% surprised. The sauce, it's just so good. What do they put in there? They changed their chicken in 2016 and it hasn't been the same since. I'll drive the hour it takes to get to the nearest Zaxby's. I don't think I've ever been to Sonic. But what do you get? I want to try it. At Zaxby's, I just get like the chicken tender plate. I just get chicken tenders and fries and the Zax sauce and ranch. Very cute and gorgeous. Okay, let's actually do some submissions from the group chat. So if you didn't submit a story for this week and you want to submit one for next time, I'm dropping the link in the chat. If you submitted last week, we only have the first half because some of them were very lengthy, so we're not going to have time to get through them all, but yours will be on next week's stream. So, oh, not Flotus, thanks for the follow. Denny's, Chili's, Sonic, Zaxby's. I love Chili's. I'm so excited for Chili's Day. I haven't had Chili's Day in like 2 weeks, and I'm so excited for Chili's Day. I can't wait. I'm so excited. But anyway, if you didn't submit a story and you want to submit one for next week, there's the link to do it. Let's go ahead and get into it, though. So the title of this one is Only a Nazi Wouldn't Want to Be Friends with My Daughter. Also, let me know how we're feeling about the slides. I changed them to try and make it easier to read for you to follow along, / like sometimes I skip words and paraphrase because I read too fast. The last time I had Chili's, they messed everything up and I cried at the table and left. Oh, man, I kind of want to see the security footage. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, it's a little fucked up that I said I want to see the security footage, but I kind of do want to see the security footage. Also, is it too dark? I wish there was an in-between on those. But anyway, I was highly involved in my high school drama club and theater department. My sophomore year, the director's daughter was a freshman, and we were both cast in a competitive one-act play. It was a historical play set in a Holocaust concentration camp. I played a guard, and the director's daughter played a prisoner. Since it was a competitive show, we traveled all around the state for festivals, kind of like a practice competition and various competitions as we advanced. This to say the small cast of 15 spent a lot of time together. There was only one other sophomore in the show, and her sister was a senior, so I spent a lot of time with the upperclassmen and became close friends with all of them. Our director was hard-pressed about everyone loving her daughter, that she would force her to talk to upperclassmen, even when she had her own group of freshmen that she was really close with. Slides look pretty and easy to read. That's a W right there. I'm going to turn this down because I think it's going to give me a headache. I've been trying to combat my chronic headaches without medication. Not that there's anything wrong with medication, but I feel like it's from light and my screens and my computer, so I'm just like trying to fix it rather than just like, you know, like fix the core issue. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so at the time, no one had a problem with her, but you're never going to be everyone's best friend. One time we were out of town for a festival performance and we stopped for lunch. I sat with my friends and the director's daughter sat with her friends. As we were leaving, my friends and I were laughing and talking like friends do. Apparently, this is where we went wrong because it was apparently at the same moment her daughter had dropped her plate and been embarrassed. We didn't know this had happened until we got back to school and the daughter was crying for some unknown reason. The director dismissed everyone to go home, but asked a junior friend of mine to go to her office before we left. We thought maybe she had some notes for us about the performance that day. But when we went to the office, she turned off the lights and only left on this weird salt lamp and some Christmas lights, closed the door, and asked us to sit on the floor with her. You could try an app called Flux. It changes your screen tone with the sun. Interesting. Oops, my story. Rebecca, glad you're here for your first live, and it's your story. This is really the vibes. Like, is this how it felt? Because this is how I would feel. That's a this is CIA interrogation tactic. Like, I'm pretty sure this is illegal. Like, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if it's illegal, but it's definitely not the most legal. You get what I'm saying? Like, it might not be illegal, but it's not legal. Sensory deprivation, who MK Ultra could never. Oh my god. Okay. I took the class photo. Didn't even tell you. Ha 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 ha. I like it when the chat is more like natural vibes. Also, I feel like I could be doing a better job with the thumbnails. You know what I mean? First time in the chat. What is up, Slinth Max? No, that's exactly how it felt. No worries. That's a great class photo. So, then she proceeded to angry cry and tell us that... Sorry, I stabbed the microphone. I'm so sorry. And tell us that we were bad examples of the department and that other students were scared of us and that we should leave our characters on stage. Essentially saying we had been acting like Nazis. As you can imagine, this completely rocked our world, and we were so confused by where this came from, and she did not let us say a word. If a teacher cried in front of me, I would low-key I love a cute, candid, overopposed photo. You didn't tell us to smile. I'm sorry. That's a great episode of Zach and Cody. I remember I got really scared from this episode, and I was a scared kid. Like, would get really freaked out at stuff like that. And I was watching it, and my mom was like, "Are you sure you should be watching this? This isn't going to freak you out." And I was like, "It's the sweet life of Zach and Cody. I'm not a baby. I can watch it." And she was like, "Are you sure? It's like kind of really creepy." And I was like, "No, I can watch it. I'm fine." And she was like, "Okay, well, don't come cry to me like when you're freaked out." And then I was freaked out. And I was like, "Well, I'm alone." That Zoe 101 ghost episode scared the shit out of me, and it still does. Did you ever cry in front of your students? Yeah. But always happy crying. So I cry so easily. So, like, I would cry in front of them all the time, and they just knew it was no big deal. You know what I mean? Like, it was so often, and I would tell them that on the first day of school. I'd be like, if I'm not between a 3 and a 7 on the emotional scale, I'm crying. So, like, if you see me crying, don't even worry about it. And I would always make a point. I would never cry out of, like, negative reasons around them, like that I can hold in. Like I would hold in like angry tears, frustrated tears. Like I can hold that in at least till my planning period. And I only cried on planning a couple times. But anyway, I would cry happy tears to them all the time. Like they would literally like do well on a test and I would be like crying and they'd be like, can you stop crying? Like that's really weird that you're crying. And I was like, I'm just really excited for you guys. Like you're not excited? Like I cried all the fucking time. Mr. Redacted crying at the front again. Your students, ah shit, here we go. And sometimes I would cry at movies. Oh my god, every time I would show them a movie, I would cry. We watched Hidden Figures, I cried. We watched, what's the other one? Miracle, I cried. Like, and then when I taught summer school, I was like trying to, like, when I taught summer school, I was like down bad. Like I was like trying to leave a really like not chill relationship. And so I was just like crying a lot in general. And so they would just see me at my desk and I was like, and would just stare at my computer in silence. And they would talk and I'd be like, shh. It was terrible for me and them. Hidden Figures is so good. It is really good. Okay, so continuing. Your teacher. So I think you guys are acting like Nazis, all of us. Like imagine your teacher saying this to you. Also, I kind of want an ice cream. So like hold still for like 2 seconds while I go to get this ice cream. BRB. I'm right here. You can still hear me. I have a mini fridge in here. It's like pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah. It's easier to cry over good things than bad things, in my opinion. That's why I'd rather watch a sappy movie. Exactly. I love crying over happy things. I'll be like, you guys. And then when I quit, oh, that's the only time I sad cried in front of them. I was like sobbing, and they were like, and some of them cried. That was really traumatic. Honestly, for everyone involved. Look how cute. It's like the perfect size. It's like small. You know what I mean? Perfect. Now it's ASMR. You know what I mean? I used to come home from school and watch military homecomings to cry. You lost me there. You did lose me there. You had me, you lost me. Ouija Twin 1, thanks for the follow. What kind of ice cream is that? Blue Bunny Caramel Mini Swirl. Pretty fucking good if you ask me. Okay. So, continuing. We left crying and both of our moms had to call her and tell her that she had to meet with us so we could get an explanation on why she thought this about us, and so we could try and explain our experience and what happened to us to be laughing with friends. Like 8 people, even though 2 of us were the only ones she got mad at. While we were unaware of we would be laughing with friends while we were unaware of someone else's embarrassing moment. We talked to her later and she apologized, but we never saw her or respected her the same way again. That's the story of when my theater teacher basically called me a Nazi because I wasn't BFFs with her daughters. The end. Does anyone remember the That's So Raven Creepy Babysitter episode? That shit fucked me up. I don't remember these. I can never cry to military homecomings, but I can cry to a cute actor playing a love interest. I'm terrible. No, I feel that. I looked up to this lady since middle school, and this completely changed my view of her. Could not look her in the eye for weeks. I deadass don't like the military, but the dogs being so happy gets me. Yeah, the dogs do get really happy. Are you biting the ice cream? I bite ice cream. I'm sorry. I was not, though. I was biting, like, the outer shell. But I bite ice cream. I don't have sensitive teeth. I've never understood that. When people are like, how do you bite into ice cream? I'm like, you bite it. What do you mean? But I also like my water really cold. So maybe that's why. La Panda 305, first time chat. Commencement speeches equals instant tears. Those don't get me. How does it not hurt? It kind of does hurt, but I like it. It hurts my teeth just watching people buy ice cream. I'm sorry. I'll start licking it. This is just so inefficient to me. Like, y'all get satisfaction out of this? I need a bite. You know what I'm saying? I need like a bite. Okay. Okay, so the next one is super long. It's 13 parts. Have you had the Island Way sorbet things? No, misredacted mukbang. I'm just out here biting ice cream. Sorry. If that makes me a villain, then I'll be a villain, you know what I mean? I cannot support you on biting ice cream. Damn, it's really, you get canceled when you least expect it, you know what I mean? Like, you can prepare all you want, but it gets you where you least expect it. I didn't even really know this was a thing. Trigger warning, men. God. During the holidays, my local animal shelter has people send in photos of animals they adopted from the shelter being happy in their homes, and it makes me sob. Mr. Redacted in her Cassie villain era. I loved Euphoria. I hated when people were like, no high schoolers do that. I was like, okay. That helps you sleep at night. I want a mukbang where they eat peanut butter and nuts because I'm allergic and I have no idea what they taste like. You're not going to get it from me. I don't like peanut butter. So, correction. I like peanut butter in things, but people that eat it with a spoon, the texture is weird. But, like, I'll eat it on a sandwich or, like in baked goods or in candy. That's fine. Okay, nut allergy ally. I'm writing that down on my list of ideas for merch. That's hilarious. That's amazing. Nut allergy ally. Thank you. Who was that? Stokely? I'll give you credit. Let me make sure I take it on your username correctly. Okay. Nut allergy ally. That's funny. Y'all are very funny. Y'all are a very funny group. Euphoria is actually realistic. It's just glammed up because of the TV show. Exactly. They just have better outfits. Me and my boyfriend watched it, and he was like, do kids really dress like this? And I was like, no. Kids cannot afford to dress like this. Kids don't have any money. Sorry to flex, but I grew out of my nut allergy. I didn't even know that was possible. Peanut butter fudge. I do be fucking with fudge. That's one thing. Try peanut butter in the ER parking lot. I'll buy the nut allergy ally merch. You should try it. I think chat is broken again. Oh my god, it is. God damn it. You just gotta go try and be ready with an EpiPen. I can give you an EpiPen. I know how. That would be my dream, would be to give one of y'all your EpiPen. That's going to be on the merch. Like, the front is going to say Nut Allergy Ally, and then the back is going to say, I know how to use an EpiPen. That's the plan. Trying to do this with one hand is pretty hard. I kind of regret eating this ice cream, I'm going to be honest. I used to be allergic to bananas, but outgrew it. I want to see if the chat is broken again. Or still, I should say. I'm allergic to bananas. I don't love bananas. Again, texture. Cut to me wearing a shirt and being asked to help with an EpiPen. Good point. Thank you for bringing that up. I'm not going to put that on there. Because I can put myself in that circumstance and I know I'm going to rise to the occasion. I'm not putting anybody else in that circumstance. I can't vouch for you guys. Like, I'm sure some of y'all would be great with an EpiPen, but I don't want this to be the first time you try. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure you could be great, any of you, but this is not the environment to try. EpiPens can ruin tattoos. The back is you wielding an EpiPen, like a dagger on the back. It should just be an arm with an EpiPen. Optional EpiPen administrator. Maybe I'll make a shirt and then I'll make one with a pocket, and the pocket one will have like a badge that says EpiPen administrator. Rosie the Riveter holding an EpiPen. Sorry I joined late. Can I please have context to this EpiPen discussion? I truly would love to give you context. I would love nothing in the world more than to give you context. And unfortunately, there is no context around. There is none for me to give. The pocket is to put the EpiPen. This is so funny. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. I'm writing down the ideas. Okay, so these are my merch ideas so far. I don't know when this is gonna happen. I've looked into options, but I don't know. I am very busy and I want to do this, but I haven't found the time. So when I find the time, if I can still carry EpiPens, I carry. So this is my plan for merch. Can't drink any fucking water because the ice is still stuck together. Anyway, this is my plan for merch. One, I already designed it. It has a beer can that says MK Ultra, and then on the back it says the CIA is just a frat that took things too far. Then it has like, not a CIA symbol, but like a kind of, it's like a figure with like little things around his head. Like it's giving CIA, you know what I mean? That's one idea. And then now we have the EpiPen t-shirt, or the Nut Allergy Ally t-shirt, and then I have to like some of the letters will be nuts. I haven't figured it out yet. And then we'll have Mike's shirt, but I don't know if I can do the glitter because the vendor that I'm looking at, I haven't seen glitter stuff from them, and I also don't want it to be too expensive. Fuck, the chat is broken again. But yeah, that's the plan. What are we thinking? Other merch? Any ideas? Can you repeat the nut allergy thing so my mom knows? Yes, Nut Allergy Ally. Exactly. I'm a nut allergy ally. Okay. The CIA frat merch I need in black. So everything, I hate wearing colorful things. So everything is going to be pretty much like low key, like lots of black and white. Like my goal is for it to look like a super normal t-shirt. And then when people read it, they're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? That's my goal. So it's probably going to be like either a white shirt with like navy print, but I hate wearing white as well. So honestly, I'll probably do black shirt with white print on it for the most part. Or I was looking at like the heather gray color as well. And my goal is to do it where like you can pick the same designs in a couple different colors. Some of the vendors I've looked at do it that way. The CIA frat should look like a Vineyard Vine shirt. Oh my god. I can wear any black shirt at work, so I will wear both and not explain the context if anyone asks. Okay, let's get into more of these submissions. This one's a really long one. I definitely missed the nut allergy thing, Miss Nito. Someone said they had a peanut allergy. Quarter life crisis, hi! Ready to verbally fight Ron DeSantis. Bro, I'm hearing words about the fucking back to school PDs in Ron DeSantis' Florida. It is scary out here. It is scary and brutal. Out here, I am nervous. I am nervous for the future. But it's fine. Let's get it back into this. So this is a really long submission. It's 13 parts. I told you guys I wanted to get in more to like the longer stories. I'll be on MSNBC talking about Ronnie D tomorrow night. Wait, you're on MSNBC Nightly News? I'm so excited. I literally only wear black, LMFAO. I know I needed to. I wish I could wear it to work, but we can't wear t-shirts. T-shirts that are not company branded t-shirts, and they give us those for free, like a couple. I'm going to take this thing off my leg, this temporary tattoo. Ow. It kind of hurts. It's one of the Inkbox ones. Oh, it's one of the Inkbox ones that you put on like that. I don't know if you can see it. It's like the Seasons Mucha. Ew, you can see all my dead skin on there. It's nasty. Yeah, you can't really see her. Drag him on live TV, please. LMG, you do live stream? I always see your TikToks. Shibanu Crossing, you have stumbled into the right arena. Welcome. First time chat, first time here, and you stumbled upon. That's the first time I think someone has stumbled upon and not just found me link to link, you know? Quarter make us proud. The only time I've ever been on the news was for closing a Target store, and my fiends had a candlelight vigil. Not the dead skin reveal. It'll be on at 9. Fuck yeah. I'm going to text my boyfriend and tell him, because otherwise I'll forget to watch it. Love that for me. I love not having a brain. It's literally incredible. Okay, so, Shay Babes, yes, I also stumbled. Welcome. So glad to see the stumblers here. Ron DeSantis Hate Club. Perfect. Friends, not fines, fucks. It's okay. We understood. I learned about this stream from a recent TikTok. So glad I found it. Loved your TikToks for a while. Thank you. I was wondering what happened to your Twitch and just happened to find you in the Just Chatting. Oh my god. Also, Miss Nito, thanks for the follow. Shay Babes, thanks for the follow. Okay. I was on the 10 p.m. news in 4th grade for a Harry Potter midnight book release party. So I was actually on the news one time when the Aunt Becky, we found out that the whole school bribe situation, because I applied to one of those schools the same year and got rejected. And I was talking about it on Twitter. And so the news came to my house. And I talked for 10 minutes about money and inequality and all these terrible things. And they cut all of it. And they only put one sentence, but it was a good sentence. Twitch must really be pushing you today. I know, which is interesting because the viewers are about the same, but it feels like the target audience is here. I was on the news once for back to school. I'm not a Twitch girly. My husband streams and I still only have Twitch to watch you. I put your comment on Twitter because it made my day. Literally, like, you picking me over your husband. Have you seen the Netflix doc on that? Oh, I have. It's really good. Not me watching Hidden Figures in the stream at the same time. I had such fun discussions at work this week. We got told we have to out our students. I love Hidden Figures. Okay, let's get to Mr. Toxic, because this is part 1 of 13. So for a little background on my school, I work at an alternative high school in Ohio that allows 15 to 21-year-olds to earn their diploma. Our school is small, and we've never had more than 100 students in the building at a time, with 6 teachers, some admin, a couple police officers, and a janitor in the building. Also, someone asked how old I am, and I'm 24. And the chat is broken. I would go to jail before outing a student. I would just play stupid. Like, if that's one thing I've learned in this life, is pretending to play stupid will get you so far. Like, if they were like, Miss Redacted, you were supposed to report this to their parents, I would be like, oh, I didn't know that that's what they meant. I'd be like, that means you're gay? Like, I would just be, like, so stupid about it. And I feel like that's the best strategy we have right now. What's a gay? No, literally, I would be like, I didn't know that. I'd be like, I had no idea that some men lay with other men. You're telling me that's what that child was trying to tell me? You know I would report that right away if that was the case. Wow. Like, you just... And then go about your business. You know what I mean? Weaponizing confidence. Exactly. I'd be like, I don't have a gaydar. I couldn't tell. I would riot if someone made me out my students. I swear there needs to be merch that says the chat is broken. Adding it to the list. Adding it to the list. Okay, the chat is broken. Perfect. Okay. Weaponized incompetence for a good reason. Okay, so small school, small staff, never more than 100 kids. All right, so I've dealt with this ex-coworker. Let's call him Mr. Toxic, and he was exactly as his name sounds. Since January of 2020, he was Since January of 2020, at first he was just another coworker, but then when the pandemic hit, shit started to hit the fan with him. Now, granted, we were all kind of in a rocky place during the pandemic, and especially during the 2020 to 21 school year, where we were still expected to have a normal school, but everything was hybrid and nobody was really in the classroom. It's weird. This was a very weird year. I don't remember most of that year. Didn't learn a lot of the kids' names. Never met a lot of them. Very odd year. Part 3. So, even though he was literally not doing his job, I kind of gave him some slack. By not doing his job, I meant he wasn't turning in the attendance hours, not giving enough weekly work for students, i.e. gave a 5-question quiz for a 2-week-long period over adding fractions with pictures to high school students. Mood. He wasn't answering emails to coworkers, students, or parents, and he almost never had printed materials ready to hand students. A lot of my other coworkers and I often had to print things for his students or vouch for said students to him so he would grade their work. I wouldn't have been annoyed by all this had it not directly affected me and my work, but I told myself, like, it's the pandemic. Sorry, my boyfriend texted me and it was funny. But I told myself it's the pandemic and school year 21-22 should be way better. Also, to share, the chat is broken again. To share the funny comment from my boyfriend, I was telling him how we need to watch that news, and he said, sorry, no TV, no live TV in Joe Biden's America, because neither of us have cable. Wait, I keep fucking up this chat. Sorry, I got frustrated. My apologies. Did I fix it? Yeah, I fixed it. Okay, dope. All right. So the next school year rolls around and we are out to lunch during orientation today, and this white man has the audacity to look at me and his coworkers and say something along the lines of, guys, don't worry about getting fired. They knew I wasn't doing great last year, but because I had such a good relationship with the students, they kept me on, like as if we didn't know that. Well, the first semester goes by and it's not terrible, but January of 22, things really start to get bad. I'm Mr. Toxic's next door neighbor, and the school and his classroom management strategies are non-existent, which wouldn't be as big of an issue if my door shut properly, but I could always hear lots of kids yelling, hanging out in the hallway, etc. So it's a vibe in there. It sounds like it's pretty much a vibe in his classroom. It's just like really not what he should be doing, but it sounds like the kids are having a good time. And I started to notice a lot of kids asking me to go to his room to get work done. Now, during the pandemic and semester before, we'd often let kids leave one class to go to another because we were at an alternative school and wanted students to get as many of their classes passed as possible. The school that I worked at really did this too. Like, you would skip my class and go do work in another class if you were failing that class. And like, that was the norm, and I'm just supposed to be okay with that. Like, so that's not weird at all. For anyone watching this and is like, that's really weird, not weird. I didn't work on an alternative school, so it was probably more common at your school, but it was pretty much like a thing that happened a lot to us. Okay. I just want my water to work. It's literally so difficult for me. Finally, one of the students came and cleaned and said that they wanted to go to Mr. Toxic's room because they wanted to play cards, which I rolled my eyes at, but like, yo, it's his class, not mine. But then it started to get worse. I'm marking multiple kids absent because they decided to stay in his room and he never kicked them out after the bell rang. How did I know this? Because A, he was my next door neighbor, and if I ever walked out in the hallway to grab something, I would often literally see a student I had just marked absent in his room. And B, sometimes the students would walk into my room after being marked absent and get upset with me because they are indeed at school. I can feel your frustration because I've been in this position where you're like, why am I the villain? Like, this is literally how this is supposed to work. Like, why is everyone mad at me? Because this is how school works. Like, I'm sorry. I didn't invent it. It would happen because almost every single day, and one time I walked into my classroom and I walked into his classroom and his 16-year-old student was vaping directly in front of him. Mr. Toxic didn't say a word until after I said something. Look, I don't care if people vape outside of school, but in Ohio, it's literally illegal for anyone under the age of 21 to smoke anything. So, like, maybe don't let your students do illegal shit in your classroom. I wrote a referral and made sure what to include in what room it happened. Kid never vaped in front of me again. I'm literally deceased that this man let them vape in class because you know it was not the first time. It's just the first time they got caught. You know what I mean? And I bet after you wrote that referral, which like I would have done the same thing. I would be like, I'm not participating in this. The law will come back and bite your ass, and my ass is not getting bit, so I'm doing my paperwork. That's what I would do. Same call. But you know, after you wrote that referral, Mr. Toxic was like, you guys, don't do that in front of other teachers. Like, I'm probably going to get in trouble now. That made me look really bad. Like, I feel like that's definitely what happened. Because trying too hard to be the cool teacher. Being the cool teacher is really important to you, so you accidentally commit a felony. Also, I couldn't decide on the gift, so I went with 2. Let me know which one you liked better. Yeah, you don't have to hide your vapes. I literally don't give a fuck. One time I found a vape in my classroom and I was having a really bad day and I was like, no, bad choice. It's a bad choice. And then I threw it away. Because I found it on a seat that was not anyone's assigned seat, and I found it in the morning. Like, I found it before school started. Like, if it was right after class, I would have tried to figure out who it was, but it was before school started and it was on a seat that was no one's seat in the class at the end of the day before. So I was like, whatever. So I just threw it away. I literally just wrapped it in a piece of paper and threw it away. I was like, I didn't even bring it to the office. I was like, I don't want to deal with this. I was like, I'm just going to get rid of it. I can't do this. I'm not like other teachers. I'm a cool teacher. We do crime in here. Another student walked into my classroom late after being in Mr. Toxic's room and asked me, very politely I'm add, if they could open one of my windows and smoke out the window. I love kids because they'll ask you something with full confidence. Kids will ask you just like that's a normal question. I didn't, perplexed, I was like, no, but thanks for asking. I didn't write a referral on this student, though, because I didn't see the vape, and the student was actually really polite and didn't fight me on the response. Like, I'm not going to write a kid up for asking a question. Then a student tells me they saw Mr. Toxic smoking with students. Not just with, but taking a student's vape and trying it in the middle of a mask mandate, no less. Okay, that sucks, but kind of funny. That's why I wanted to include this story, because I was like, this is so not okay, but like it's objectively hilarious. Mr. Toxic interacting with his students. This is literally him. Like, this is how I envision this man to look. Like, when we say Mr. Toxic, this is who I'm picturing right here. Not Hyde. This guy. Regina George's mom is a male teacher. Oh my god. Do you know that scene in Mean Girls? I feel like no one talks about this scene where Regina is in her Halloween costume and it's lingerie and her mom is taking pictures and her mom is like, doesn't she look great, honey? And then her dad is like literally sobbing. I think about that scene all the time. I think it's so funny, which like whatever, like patriarchy, whatevs, I don't care. But like, it's just funny. Also, I'm having students tell me he watched movies on his own. Movies or his own Fortnite videos. The fucking confidence you have to watch your own Fortnite videos in front of teenagers. Like, teenagers will rip you apart. I cannot think of a group of people I would want to watch those videos in front of less. Like, that's really embarrassing. Please, it just keeps getting worse and worse. You guys, we're only on part 8 of 13. I think about the one where Katie's like, is there alcohol in this drink? And the mom is like, no, but if you want, there can be. How do these kids not drag him over the coals? Because he was letting them vape. They were like, listen, do not make fun of that old white man's Fortnite videos because he lets us vape in here and I cannot get through my next class sober. So everyone be cool and hype him up. Hype my dog up. Kids aren't stupid. Kids are very intelligent and they know what's going on, and I bet they were a part of this. Every bit of new info makes it worse. So he would play his own Fortnite videos after passing out worksheets. And some of the kids couldn't focus because his movie was too loud. That would happen to me. Sometimes I would be like watching videos on my phone and the kids would be like, can you turn that down? And I was like, yeah, sorry. So sorry. Never have I ever heard a student complain about not being able to do their work. I report all this to the principal, and I'm not trying to seem like his coworker with a chip on my shoulder because I have to work next to this person and I'm a fucking professional. And my principal is like, yeah, we're handling it, worry about yourself, yada yada. This just reminded me I had a teacher who would stream basketball games during March Madness, like he'd put them on the projector. That's not okay. If I was a student in his class, I would have snitched. We always watched March Madness during school on the projector. Your tax dollars at work, ladies and gentlemen. It's so hard to drink this because the ice is stuck. Literally, this man is just fucking watching his own Fortnite videos. The kids are vaping. He's vaping. This is not okay. I want to reiterate that this is not okay. But I also want to reiterate that this is also hilarious. This is objectively one of the funniest submissions we've ever had here. March 22, I'm at my wit's end. Kids are being ridiculous and skipping class to be in his room. Multiple students lying about going to the bathroom and somehow miraculously being in his room when I notice it's been a 20-minute bathroom break. I'm tired of being thrown on this goose chase, and I start going up down the hall and policing it before and after class, and I'm told by my coworkers and the principal, let it go. It's not your job to be out in the hallway. Just do your own thing. Kids would watch it on their iPads. I'm going to create an environment so toxic. Something about him reminds me of Michael Scott. He does have Michael Scott energy. It's also wild to me that your admin was like, stop policing the hallways. Because at least the admin I always worked for, they were strict as fuck with stuff like that. Like, I'd get in trouble for the opposite. They'd be like, we don't see you in the hallway shuffling kids. And I'd be like, can I get 5 minutes to myself? Like, 5 minutes. Please? 5 minutes. This man was straight up chilling with kids and vaping, to be honest. Can't blame him getting paid to chill. If it wasn't children's lives and health, I'd be on board. You know what I mean? Admin for real said I do not get paid for this. Finally, spring break rolls around in May, and my mental health is feeling a lot better, and I come to find out that the day I get back that Mr. Toxic has been fired and won't be coming back. No explanation, but I assume it's for the vaping. Something I haven't mentioned in this story yet is the fact that Mr. Toxic had not been updating his grades, not like he was putting in zeros. No, this man was leaving blanks for 2+ months. Look, we all get behind on grading, but you don't have a single grade in for so-and-so who's been here since January and it's April and they have no grades. Well, apparently he had taken home all the students' ungraded work to grade it over spring break, but since he was fired, he never brought back their work. So he's just holding all the work toxic. Also, that's a mood where he was like, I'm just going to do it all over spring break. He was like, that's very much me. Like, I'd be like, yeah, I'm 4 months behind. I'm going to do it all over spring break. It's fine. Everything's perfect, you know? Like, my first year teaching, I used to get behind as fuck on grades. That was a big problem at my school, so I was never behind to the point that anyone was mad, because there was always someone way worse than me. But I would have, like, weeks of grading and spend an entire weekend grading it, and it was terrible. Then I was like, I would grade shit, like, well, the second it got turned in after that. I can't prove it, but I know he was in a frat. Someone can prove it. So the students are in a panic because their completed work is gone, and the teachers are in a panic because each of us is now covering one of his 5 classes. I'm at peace with the fact that he's gone because now I don't have to worry about his condescending attitude or him letting my students hang out in his room. But now I gotta have his class in my room at the same time as my class. Remember, it's a small school and subs are pretty much non-existent, so that was fun. A couple students come by and are like, well, now that he's fired, here's some real tea. Kids have the juiciest gossip. They will tell you the wildest things, unprompted. And like, why'd you tell me that? You should not have told me that. But they will tell you stuff that you're like, it takes you back, because people just talk around kids. Kids know everything. They really do. They know so much. Turns out he was smoking weed with students too. Oh my God, it's getting so better. I'd tell my teachers everything and I'd finish it with, but you didn't hear it from me. This is about to get so much worse. Why do I keep spitting all over myself? Turns out he was smoking weed with students too, and it started in September of 2021. Like, how did it go on that long without anyone noticing? Anyway, at the very beginning, I said a trigger warning. Well, this is where the story takes a turn. I go out to the bar and I'm hanging out with some other teachers and admin, and one of the admin is very close with Mr. Toxic. Turns out they still hang out together, and the official termination statement is that Mr. Toxic was fired for bad classroom management and now has a desk job making $20,000 more a year. I knew all the gossip in my family because adults would just talk around me. Weed. This is so bizarre. Also, I like low-key felt called out because I used to have like no classroom management. Like, thankfully my kids were really chill, so it was like fine. But I would just kind of let them do whatever they want, especially classes that like I had a good rapport with. Like, I would be like, whatever, man. And now I also have a desk job paying $18,000 more a year. So, me and Mr. Toxic, we might work at the same place if you're picking up what I'm putting down. Could be. Betty Crocker homemaker. God, I just randomly got so like stuffy. That's not good. Is it the COVID? So yeah, I hope he gets fired from his new job and gets never seen you and Mr. Toxic in the same room. Stop. Did they just like change the gender on this? No, I'm just kidding. I would never do any of that stuff. I'm very, very with the laws, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I hope he gets fired from his new job and gets what's coming to him. P.S. I don't really care if people want to smoke weed or vape. You do you, LOL. But maybe don't contribute to the delinquency of a minor in a government-funded building, my dude. Miss Redacted's evil fraternal joined in Ohio. TLDR, white male teacher smokes with students and does other annoying things and gets fired way too late and ends up with a better paying job and a slap on the wrist. That checks out. That entire story just fully all the way checks out. Smoked weed in the building. I thought they meant off campus. I don't know. The vaping was in the building, though. He allowed kids to vape in the building. So I don't know if the weed was on or off campus. If you submitted this, if you could have that clarification, we'd appreciate it. But the vaping was definitely on campus. Okay, so this is a couple parts. I don't think it's as many as the last one. I want to know how they didn't smell the marijuana if it was inside the school. Maybe he had Febreze or something. So this is a long story. I won't be able to put it all here, but I was dating this guy for 3 years. Oh my God, this is a man one. Please, the name of this submission. I come up with the names. Is it disrespectful? I debated changing it. Okay, so I was dating this guy for 3 years and we got married last May. In March of this year, he told me he wasn't happy and didn't want to be with me anymore. Less than a year is like I would be seeing red. Oh my God, this is yours? Like, I would be like, I'm ready to take you down. What do you mean? Like, did you not think about this? We've been together for 3 years. What do you mean? What do you mean? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I was upset, obviously, that he didn't want to be with someone and... Sorry. I was upset, obviously, but I don't want to be with someone that doesn't want to be with me. Exactly, because then you have to leave him. He's given me a multitude of reasons for leaving. First, it's that I work a dead-end job and have no drive for my future, and I'm holding him back from his career in retail. Baby, if your home life is holding you back from your retail career, you need to reevaluate how you respond to every type of situation, because that sentence is so many red flags that something has to be your fault. You know what I'm saying? If that happened, I would ask him to reimburse me for my half of the wedding. I would ask for like $200,000. Like, I would sue him. I'd sue him and I'd win. You should do a table of contents at the beginning to see what's in store, just the titles. That's such a good idea. And then I can post that so that you know what's going to be going on, so you can decide if you want to join or not. My therapist said the same thing. I literally could be a licensed therapist. Like, y'all have to stop telling me these things, because this is the tattoo rolled up, just FYI. I really think I could. That reminded me of the TikTok where this lady was like, Dollar General isn't just a job, it's a career. Dollar General's a job. Dollar General's barely a job. Dollar General's like a situation you're in. More so than a job. You know what I'm saying? Dollar General's a face. We eloped, so the wedding cost wasn't an issue. Okay, well, at least that's 1+. Good job. Okay, so apparently you are holding him back. You work in an entry-level job in my preferred career field that I got after graduating college in May of last year. Okay, so you're literally fine. You graduated college, and then you have an entry-level job in your chosen field. That is so much more than most of the population can say for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Another reason is that I'm too good for him. Another being that I've always been ungrateful for the things he's bought me. Blah, 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 blah. What did he buy you? But we bought a house. We're getting there. What did he buy you? Like, no one. Men who are failing professionally and talking to their partners. Like, why do they blame everything on us? Like, it's really not that chill. Like, men will literally punish every person that they're upset with, including themselves. They will punish you instead of anyone else. You know what I'm saying? It's really how they do. It's disturbing. Truly disturbing. Anyways, we literally bought a house last July and he left me with the payments on short notice. I've worked so hard to get my finances in order without his help, and honestly done so good despite him telling me that I'll never be able to afford living there. We aren't even legally divorced yet because he hasn't paid the lawyer so we can sign the papers. Now he's dating a new girl who has the same name as me, which, ew, what's wrong with him? Oh, he bought you an iPad and AirPods? Whatever. I can't even pretend to be the breadwinner in this household. No, literally, that's what it is. And has the nerve to ask me for money. Any advice or outside opinions are truly welcomed. So, one, you're paying your bills. Your bills are paid. We aren't worried about you because your bills are paid and you don't need to give him any money. Also, me reading that he's dating a girl with the same last name as you, I really don't like that. I really hate that he did that. And last but not least, this is my advice. You should block him and send his new girl the screenshots of him asking for money. Never give him a single cent. Exactly. He's a flop. He's a big flop. Pino Colado, he's a big flop. So you're going to block him, and then you're going to send screenshots of the money request to his new girlfriend. And just be like, hey, I would be really uncomfortable if my man was reaching out to his ex, so I just wanted to be transparent and tell you that he reached out to me. Leave it at that. Don't even say anything about the money. Just include it in the screenshot, but don't address it. Because that's how you come out on top, is when you look like you were the bigger person, when in reality, you're just letting the work be done on its own. You're orchestrating rather than, you know? He blocked me from his new girl's account. What account? There could be other ways. You could email her, social media, text. Like, we can strategize here. Make a burner. These are great ideas. Thank you. He blocked you from her account for this reason, because he was like, all right, bitches can't know that I'm broke. You know what I mean? Like, they can't know that I need money like that. They really just can't. So, give one of us her Insta so we can send it. And we'll just be like, hey, my friend, like, I'm sending this on behalf of my friend because, yeah, like, we'll do it right. You know what I mean? Like, we know what to do. We'll be like, hey, girl, I don't know you, but I'm really good friends with your man's ex, and she wanted to be transparent. I'm going to think of it right now. So whoever ends up with this task, you know what to do. Lennox, Lean and Nicole X first time chat, make a fake account and message her. Love the group chat. This is why I love this. I volunteer. So our volunteer, y'all get connected. Tell them it's illegal to prevent you workers from unionizing. So we're going to message her. We're going to be like, hey, girl, you don't know me, but I'm really close friends with your man's ex. She tried to message you to be transparent, but it looks like her account is blocked from yours. She just wanted to tell you that he is reaching out to her. Like, I don't want to get involved. You can ignore this, but I just wanted to share the screenshots with you just so you know what's going on, just for transparency. Like, wish y'all well. No hard feelings. That's what we're going to say. Please, this is so funny. No, this is exactly, like, you have to kill them with kindness. You know Sammy Sweetheart, when she said, I'm the sweetest bitch you'll ever meet? That deeply ingrained into my personality. Like, I'm so nice. I'm so nice. I'm so patient. I'm so kind. And I will fucking destroy you. You will leave a conversation with me wanting to jump off a building. And people will be like, what did she say that made you that upset? And then you'll say quotes, and everyone is like, that's really nice, though. But if you put them all together and you were there, you feel it. But if you leave and try and tell people about it, I didn't do anything. Sweetest bitch you'll ever meet. Okay, I'm so glad we're helping you like this right now. Also, I was really proud of this meme. It took a while. We also have Betty Crocker Homemaker. Also, I should have included more on this. I thought the Mr. Toxic story was going to take us a while longer, so we don't really have a ton of stuff in here. Betty Crocker Homemaker gave us a chip recommendation. I don't know what this is. Old Dutch restaurant-style zesty tacos. I forgot I did this, LMAO. This is nothing other than a chip recommendation because I was eating them and thought y'all needed these. They're the Old Dutch restaurant-style zesty taco chips. I'd actually sell an organ for another bag of them. Thank you. This is brilliant. Pretty iconic. Sorry, my mom is texting me like the most random things humanly possible. I'm going to hang out for a while. We were only on here for an hour. What do you guys want to do? I still have like free time. What do you guys want to talk about? We can hang out here as long as you would like. I'm going to send you the stream thing. I'm going to go back to the beginning slide actually. Because I don't want people to think that we're done, because we're not. Howdy, it's my first time live. Marley Bean, welcome, welcome. Quarter life crisis. I'm losing my mind right now. I'm vibing though. Why are you losing your mind? What's happening? Oh my God. So those of you that are teachers, how are we feeling about the first day of school? Did we have it? Are we having it? Is it tomorrow? What's going on? Crazed Potato 38, thank you for the follow. It's tomorrow. Are you crying and throwing up? I would be. This time of year is like so anxious to me. It's like so anxiety inducing because in my mind, everything needs to be perfect and it never is. And then I just get frustrated. Can we do some Zillow houses? Oh, I haven't done those in forever. So this is the problem with the Zillow houses is like, I love doing it, but I have to vet them first to make sure nothing is affiliated with the company that I work for, because I could get in a fuck ton of trouble. So to me, like doing the Zillow houses, like it's just a little too risky. You know what I mean? Like I think it would be fine, but it's just a little too risky. Like God forbid I make a mistake and I'm like on here roasting the fuck out of a house that is like listed by the company that I work for. Like that could be really bad. You know what I'm saying? So I have to be really careful with it. So I still like it. But kind of can't do it on the fly because I have to check. My first day is the 22nd for PD. Not excited. My dean is already on one. What did your dean say? What did your dean say? Also, what are Miss Redacted's favorite foods? Okay, so, favorite foods, buffalo chicken, anything. Fucking love buffalo chicken. Love a buffalo chicken sandwich, especially with pickles on it. Pickles are another favorite food of mine. Love boneless wings. If they have bones, I'll eat them, but it's not my preference. They kind of freak me out a little bit, and I never eat all the chicken off of it, and everyone gets mad, and they're like, there's so much chicken left on the bone, and I'm like, ugh. So just give me the chicken nugget wings. Boneless wings are a fave. I love chips. I fucking love chips. Spicy chips, Doritos, pretzels. Love pretzels. That's one of my favorite foods. Pretzels dipped in tzatziki. Top 10 food of mine. I also love citrus things. Like anything lemon. Love lemon. Ooh, instead of Zillow, you could do Airbnb listings. That's a phenomenal idea. She's upset that some teachers saw the class list early. They picked one teacher and called her out of summer break to tell her how she is a disappointment. Oh, Jesus. Okay, let's go back to foods. Love chips. Love salt and vinegar chips. Love spicy chips. Loves pretzels. Loves Chex Mix. My favorite chip is Flaming Hot Munchies. Ugh, I can't stop burping. It's pretzels, hot Cheetos, spicy Sun Chips, and spicy Doritos all together. So fucking good. I love Flaming Hot Munchies. Chips and salsa is a favorite food of mine. That's probably one of my favorite snack foods is chips and salsa. I also feel like it's not that bad for you because it's like, it's salsa. I'm eating vegetables. It's tomatoes. You know what I mean? Like it's tomatoes and onions and like peppers and like it's good for me. Like that's my logic with salsa. Tacos is probably my favorite meal. I would say tacos or just Mexican food in general. Feelings on seafood. Generally, I really like seafood. I do not like crab that I have to break apart because it's just like really tedious and annoying and I feel like it's too much work and I'm not that into it. But I love seafood. I love fish. I love lobster, shrimp, all that. The only seafood I don't like is raw oysters. I've tried them a ton of times. I've given it a full effort. I don't like them. They're too slimy, I'm sorry. Fried oysters or cooked oysters in a dish, that I will eat, love. But raw is where you lose me. I'm a salmon girl. I love salmon. Fave sushi. I like a lot actually, but like my favorite things together that I've had before, I don't know what it's called, but there's a place I go that has it. It's spicy tuna or salmon, carrot, a little bit of cream cheese, a little bit of cucumber, and that's it. And that's my favorite one because it's spicy with like the cream cheese, and then there's also the vegetable crunch in there. I made tilapia for dinner. Tilapia is not my fave. My mom made it all the time when I was a kid, so I like it, but it's not my first choice. Brownie brittle, I love brownie brittle and I'll eat it, but I'm not going to go out of my way to buy it. I'd rather just have a brownie. You know, like if I want something crunchy, I want a cookie, and if I want something that's a brownie, I want it to be gooey. But it tastes good. Like if it's there, I'll eat it. But if I'm going to buy sweets for like my house, it's probably not going to be brownie brittle. But yeah. Mexican food's definitely my favorite. Like a quesadilla is one of my favorite foods, but not like, you know, a quesadilla where it's just like a tortilla and cheese and nothing else. Like a spicy shrimp quesadilla or like a shredded chicken that's like spicy in a quesadilla. I love a quesadilla. Have you tried making the Chick-fil-A Crunch Wrap yet? That shit is fire. No, I haven't, but like one problematic thing about me, I fucking love Chick-fil-A. I almost got it for dinner tonight, but then I got distracted and then I had to come on here. I love Chick-fil-A. It's my comfort food like a motherfucker. If I am sick, I want Chick-fil-A. If I've had a terrible day and I'm depressed, I'm anxious, I want Chick-fil-A. Like, I love Chick-fil-A. It's the Georgia in you. I grew up, like, Chick-fil-A was the only fast food I was allowed to have as a kid. That's also why I love McDonald's, because I was never allowed to have it. So it's like I feel like I'm doing something sneaky. But I fucking love Chick-fil-A. There's nothing more Georgian than loving Chick-fil-A. It's so bad. I hate supporting them, but I love it so much. I haven't been eating it as much. So Chili's Day has kind of replaced my Chick-fil-A cravings. Like, to me, Chili's and Chick-fil-A are in the same arena. Like, they're not similar, but they're both, like, comfort foods for me. Like, they're foods that, like, I know I'm going to like it every time. It's something that I've been eating since I was a kid. I love it. I'm gay and I like Chick-fil-A because they're only fast food near me with a grilled chicken sandwich. And it's a good grilled chicken sandwich. Their lemonade is so good. Sometimes they fuck it up when they make it, though. I'm from Georgia. It's been tough not to eat it. Chick-fil-A is top tier fast food. And they have really good service. I love Chick-fil-A. Rest in peace. Chili's 2 for $25. Just another victim of inflation. The Chili's 2 for $25. Their peach milkshake is top tier. Do they still have it? I haven't had it this summer. My toxic trait is if I had a great day, I think I deserve a treat. And if I had a terrible day, I need a treat to cheer me up. That's definitely me. Like, big me. Oh my God, quarter life crisis. Yes, I want to hear tea about your union. What's your union tea? I don't know anything about your union. I hated my union. And I know your union, but I don't know anything about them. God, I want this stupid fucking thing. Okay, they accidentally endorsed a Moms for Liberty candidate, but refused to give a meeting to one of my former students who was running for school board. My union is a hot mess. Moment of silence for all the restaurant chain deals lost to inflation. My brothers and sisters, I want to take this moment of silence. I want to take this moment for everything we have lost. That is the Chili's 2 for $25. I think Chili's also had a 3 for $10. Wendy's 4 for $4 question mark. The McChicken only being $1. Many things we've lost. How are you going to endorse a Moms for Liberty, but not an actual graduate of the school? The $1 McChicken. The $1 McChicken. I'm fixing my water. That's one thing that y'all are going to experience right now is I'm fixing this water. I can't fucking do this anymore because I want to keep hanging out on here, but my throat is so dry. I dripped water all over myself. Okay, we're making progress. Is it gross if I use a pen? Like, if I take this pen from my desk and use it to break up this ice in my water, can you guys tell me if that's gross? Like, I'm really self-conscious about it and I need someone to tell me if it's gross or not. Would like to add our union is anti-Moms for Liberty, so I don't know how this happened, and our president on record said fuck Ronnie D. I mean, did he literally say fuck Ronnie D, or did he just, like, say something bad about Ronnie D? If it's your pen, it's not gross, right? It is my pen. I went to buy my dog's food last week, and it was $5 more expensive than the last time I bought it. That sucks. God, even the pen isn't working. Use the pen, give yourself a piece. She said we're going to take that fucker down. Good for her. I used to put coins on the ground in my mouth. I think you're good. It's like just stuck, like for fucking real. I'm making progress though. The pen isn't long enough, so that's not good. And now there's water everywhere. Things are really descending rapidly. Use the pen, give yourself peace. God, I'm so mad about my water right now. This is literally the most like champagne problems ever. It's like, oh, my ice is stuck in my Yeti. Oh wait, are we good? Did we do it? We did it close enough, I think. We got it. We made it, you guys. I checked out Moms for Liberty on Insta a few weeks ago, and they gave DeSantis a toy Liberty sword. Freaking nerds. What is Moms for Liberty? You know, now that I'll ask the question that no one wants to ask. Who are they? Who are these women? Liberty of who? God, my mouth is so dry. Have you watched Glee? So I was actually talking to my boyfriend about Glee yesterday because I have watched Glee. The ones pushing for book bans. Got it. Thank you. So much better. So I have watched Glee. Not it's in its entirety. I watched the first couple seasons of it, and I was hanging out with my boyfriend, as I am, like 25-8. Oh my god, definitely Leo. I'm late, but finally made it to a stream. Yay, welcome. So, have you heard the Leah Michelle can't read story? No, but I saw the video of her reading, and everyone was like, this bitch said, you're not gonna, like, talk about me that I can't read. And so I get that it's a thing, but I have no idea. But anyway, I was talking to my boyfriend, and I'm like, have you ever seen Glee? And he was like, no. Why? And I was like, I'm trying to think of a show that you could possibly hate more, and I can't. Like, Glee has everything that you would hate about a show. I was like, I kind of want to watch it with you, just to see how much you would hate it. Because he's really not into musicals. He's not into, like, the dramas and reality TV. Like, he likes, like, action, adventure, and, like, sports. Like, a very typical man when it comes to media consumption. It's actually really concerning. But anyway, he would hate Glee. And I want to see him. I've never watched it, but I'm traumatized by Mr. Shu. The first day I met my new coworker, he was listening to Leah Michelle's Glee, Don't Rain on My Parade. It's so good no matter how bad it is, though. Exactly. Like, it's a terrible show. Like, I'm not going to look at you and tell you that that's a good show. We should rewatch it because it's dropping my jaw how much has changed. I know, like, a lot of the things they said on that show you could not say now. People will be up in arms. People will be very angry. Very angry if you said some of those things about Glee. But, okay, so what are the fucking weirdest Glee moments? I'm going to Google that. We're going to watch it on YouTube. We're going to find a YouTube compilation. Top 10 cringiest Glee moments. This is what we're watching right now. Oh, wait, I don't have my sound on. Okay, this is a great use of our time. No, because Becky being a gun to school was crazy. I don't think I got that far. I'm rewatching it for the 5th time now, and I have a list of my favorite Britney Spears quotes out of context. Okay, let's watch this.
That is so toxic. No one will want to be a part of that club.
Welcome to Ms. Mono. And today,
oh my god, I love
we're
Miss
counting
Mojo.
down our picks for the top 10 cringiest Glee moments.
We'll see if this is good.
For me being a star.
It's okay, Rachel. I guess I'm gonna have to show these guys how it's done.
Why are you
Have no
taking your
fear,
shirt off?
Twerktorial is here.
For this...
That was a crime. The twerktorial is here? Oh, immediately no. Immediately no. Oh yeah, Mr. Shu, trigger warning, sorry. Trigger warning, Matthew Morrison.
list, we're taking a look at the most embarrassing, problematic, or outrageous scenes, performances, and storylines from the musical comedy
Oh my god,
drama.
why?
Since plot lines will be discussed, a mild
Spoiler alert!
is in order.
This is boring.
What moments do you love to hate? Let us
These
know
are
in
all
the
just
comments
gonna be
below.
Mr. Shu.
Number 10, Toxic Mr. Schuster.
And more than that,
How long
am
is
going
this?
to perform,
Oh my god, this video is 14 minutes.
right?
At first, Will is strongly against the club covering Britney Spears because he thinks she isn't a good role model, but he ends up giving her a run for her money in that department.
You know, I can get you backstage if you want.
Oh, hey. Sir.
Not
Oh
only
my
does
God.
he do a complete
That
180,
was
but he also
so
decides to
number one.
perform Britney with the kids at the assembly. Unsurprisingly, he's trying to annoy Sue and win Emma back, who's dating successful and carefree
God.
dentist Carl.
Too high can come down. My hands
This is so bad.
The
This is so
rendition
bad.
wildly inappropriate and embarrassing to watch. He's an adult man singing and dancing extremely suggestively with and in front of teenagers.
It's a great song.
Plus, the whole thing sows chaos amongst a hormonal student body, which is
Mr.
so
Shu deserves to
awkward.
be locked
we
up in
honestly
federal
can't
prison.
help wondering how Mr. Shu's not in jail after this.
too high can come down. It's in the air.
Number 9.
Oh my
Tater
God.
Tots Riot.
Why did they say
In a pretty
that?
tone-deaf move.
Am I gonna
the
get
show made the
copyright
only
in trouble for
plus-size
this? I
member
hope
of
not.
Glee Club, the one that's obsessed with tots.
Wait, where do you think you're going with those? Principal Sue banned the tots. She can't do that.
When interim principal Sue bans
How did
tater
anyone
tots
take
from
him
the school
serious
menu,
after this?
Mercedes is outraged. She becomes distracted and decides to wage a war to get her beloved side back.
I am declaring a war on junk food.
I'm getting my tots back.
In fact, she stands
Probably
up
not.
in
They
the
made a whole
cafeteria
YouTube
with a
video,
sign,
right?
which
That's my
starts
logic.
a protest chant that everybody joins in on.
What is this show? Oh my god. I would also wage a war to have tater tots.
Tailpipe of Coach Sylvester's car, supposedly causing $17,000 in damages. That's a lot of effort to go through.
Okay, this lady's voice is annoying me, so we're gonna have to find a different video. I'm sorry. Glee, but only the most awkward scenes for 4.5 minutes. This is more what I was looking for.
So, listen, Kurt, this is like the third time we've gone out. Can we just make it official?
Make what official?
Oh man, I forgot they dated.
No, that we're dating.
Today, I came here to tell you, yes sir, stop emailing me. This is a restraining order. Stop sending me nude photos.
Is Jane Lynch both a coach and a principal? I don't understand. I think she was just coach and then she became a principal. Also, this one is like, it's too spliced together. I need a different one. You can see all my fucking search. Thinking about how Puck was nasty and had CP. Glee giving me secondhand embarrassment. Maybe this is the key. But we still love it. I love the internet. This is not okay. That's a 40-year-old man. That was a man. Like, is no one gonna acknowledge that that was a man?
I want to share all my love with you. No one else will do.
Oh my god. I hope the thong song by Mr. Shu is on here. Me too. This is so embarrassing. I feel like I'm watching something illegal.
I've never known this before because he's always trying to destroy my career. But Mr. Shu has really pretty eyes.
Why do Leah, Michelle, and Shu have sexual tension in this? Oh my god.
Stop it. Get some help.
God, Ben, don't. Please, don't.
No, I need to do this. For both of us.
Okay, so before we get into this horrifying scene, the fact that she convinced him that he got her pregnant from making out in a hot tub, like, I can't believe Glee gaslit my middle school self into thinking Mr. Shu was even remotely handsome.
Having a baby. What a lovely way of saying how much you love me.
I would end my life if I was her.
Having my
This is my nightmare. I could be married and rich, and I could never sit through this song with my parents. I couldn't.
I can see it.
I feel secondhand embarrassment so much that I couldn't handle the show.
I can see it.
This is so bad.
I'm happy you know it. Having my baby.
This is so bad.
You're a woman in love and I love what's going through you.
The parents never can know the deed I've done. Exactly. This is repulsive. We might have to skip through this. I don't think I can handle the rest of this scene. Oh wait, no, they're gonna fight. It's fine. That's it? Remember this fever dream? I'm sorry, I think I'm hallucinating right now. What are we watching? I never got to this part of the show. What is this? What is this? He's so short. What is this scene? Can someone give me any context to this scene? Who are these people? I don't recognize any of these people. I stopped watching around season 4. Me too. Okay, we're gonna skip this one because I can't. Oh no, this one's bad. The next one's bad.
This thing right here.
Matthew Morrison trigger warning.
What guys talk about. You know, the finer things in life.
That's gonna be the thumbnail.
That dress so scandalous, and you know another guy couldn't handle it. She's shaking that
It's not a bad song.
with the look in your eye so devilish.
The show made me embarrassed to be named Emma.
Cruise to the cruise like connect the dots. Not just urban, she likes the pop because she was the vida loca.
What the fuck is this? J Fresh Pro first time chat. Rough first time. This is so violating. This is equally as bad.
You want to shine the spotlight on the fact that those kids are minorities. Because you're all minorities. You're in the Glee Club.
You're all minorities. You're in the Glee. Wow, we can't even break dance. Whoever told Matthew Morrison he could dance deserves jail time. I can't do this anymore. Oh my god. Imagine staying late to school for... Imagine staying late to school for grading stuff and you walk past a classroom with Emma in a wedding dress and Will singing the thong song and dancing around her. Oh my god, J Fresh Pro. I set up rewards and one of them is to hydrate, which is good because I have not drank water at all today. The guy said, I didn't know. I didn't grow out of my show choir face, so now I don't know. So now I know how it feels to be marginalized. This is so painful. Posture check. Oh god, y'all really be fucking keeping me on my toes. I might need to turn these rewards off. I have terrible posture. I feel like a government doll right now. I'm like, my posture's like too good. And my shirt is uneven. Okay, anyway, I know you guys said this is really painful for you, but we're gonna keep going.
Now wait a minute, y'all. Now this dance ain't for everybody.
Who
Only
approved
the
this?
sexy people. So you
The way,
fathers-
if I approached my administrators, that they would call the police on me. The way they would call the police on me.
Get on out there and dance. Dance, I said.
Suffering through this is character building. Not Leah Michelle.
Dog goes woof, cat goes meow.
This is my favorite stream so far.
Mouse goes squeak, cow goes moo, frog goes
Also don't
croak,
recognize that.
elephant
We're gonna skip through that.
ducks they quack, and fish go
Oh my god, it's What Does the Fox Say? These are supposed to be 15-year-olds. They call themselves the Glee Club. I don't see Glee in them. I forgot about this song. Of course they had to do this song. Not the Muppets. I can't even do that. They really made Adam Lambert do this? Season 5 is where they fell off. Why are they making out at school? Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. It's lasting too long. Stop it. Why do they have puppets? I'm confused. I think this is on Netflix. The kiss. No. Is this the first time they kissed? And oh. Why are there hundreds of people there? The shit network TV. They really thought they were Troy and Gabriella, huh? Y'all thought. Y'all thought. Rest in peace. Oh, I forgot he died. Oh, I feel bad for making fun of him.
a shot rang out, and I saw Julie falling. I ran to her, I held her close. When I looked down,
Okay, we're gonna skip this one.
and here's
This one's not as funny.
Julie said,
Yeah, this is like the whole thing. Let's find more cringe Glee moments. Cringe moments I will still be.
What's the capital of Ohio? Brittany.
Oh,
What? You even know who the president is?
well, I am. I got punched in the face. Anyway,
You know what I call an afternoon where I'm getting drunk? An afternoon.
Terrorists, Mexicans, Mexican terrorists, ants, Mexican terrorists, ants.
Mr. Shu was Mr. Toxic. He was. The amount of celebrities they had on this show.
Brittany and I were just having sexual relations.
when I pulled my hamstring, I went to a misogynist.
Really came together.
Okay, this isn't the type of cringe that I'm thinking about. Mr. Shu being questionable for 7 minutes. Seems like a good one. Me while watching Glee for the first time. 20 uncomfy Glee performances. This is what we need. The shoving down the stairs. Okay, so when they said uncomfy, they were not exaggerating. That was not an understatement. Uncomfy was not an understatement. Would just like to let everyone know that uncomfy is not an understatement. That is a grown woman with alleged 15-year-olds. Not this again. We're now getting into the territory where we're repeating things. These are supposed to be high schoolers. This is definitely not the worst, though. Poor Adam Lambert. I will say they did nail the unbridled horny energy that all theater and Glee kids operate with. They really did. The cast openly admitted to hating the Muppet episode. Thank God vaping didn't exist when Glee was being filmed. God, we really should all be grateful for that. They'd storyline that for sure. Another terrible one. Push It is a great song though. Like, I will say, this is a fucking fire song. Why Baby got back in acoustic, that's a crime. What was her job again? She was a counselor? I'm sorry, am I hallucinating? Another great song. I will say, they picked some good songs. Why are they both here, though? This is a great song, but only your wife should be here, not... The whole Rocky Horror episode is cringy. This is so bad, you guys. I'm so sorry for subjecting us all to this. I cannot do this. I physically cannot do this. Why is he shirtless? That's the answer we all need. Also, what kind of budget was this school working with? Like, the lighting, the costumes. Terry! Terry Schuster! I forgot the, like, plot line of Lea Michele having a huge crush on Mr. Shu. If Matthew Morrison didn't take himself so seriously, Mr. Shu would be a brilliant character study, but alas. This feels racist. This feels like very targeted. Not as racist, but very targeted. Might skip through this, but I think it's a little too late now. Yeah. No, because they complained about a tight budget, but they seem to be bawling. I'm really glad they didn't go the PLL route and put Mr. Shu with Lea Michele. I think they really wanted to. I think this is my theory. I think the writers wrote that, and then it went to the executives, and they were like, oh, I'm sorry, do you smoke crack? Because we can't do that. This is ABC Family. What the fuck do you mean you want her to have an affair with the teacher? What are you talking about? We can't do that. She can have a crush on him. That's funny and normal. No! Like, some, like, risk management person or, like, ethics person in the C-suite got that across their desk and was like, sorry, let me just... What the fuck is wrong with you? That's exactly what happened. I thought PLL was on ABC Family. No, I think they both were. Actually, PLL was ABC. I think this was NBC. Or no, this was Fox. Who's the man playing the piano? I want to hear his story. He's seen some things, you know what I mean? He has to have seen some things.
Like, yeah, I'm good at Little League. A preconceived idea of what it all meant.
Oh no, not Same Love.
Had the characteristics, the right-wing conservatives.
You know the person just heavy sighed and took a swig of whiskey when they saw the Mr. Shoe/Leah Michelle.
Of a predisposition playing God. Yeah. Nah, here we go. Head dumps like a truck. Thighs like what?
This is God, not this one again. I'm gonna play this on a loop on stream. Half of this video is Rachel Will's storyline, because those are the top 20 uncomfy Glee performances. I don't see what you're confused about. This wedding dress is horrifying. That looks like an 80s wedding dress. Like, this was not her dress, correct? She didn't pick this out. Where are they getting these outfits? I can't watch the thong song anymore. Okay, we're done, I promise. This is the last video we're gonna watch. How did the Fox execs have more sense than ABC Family? Another great song. Okay, so, listen. When the lyric, "a chick walks by, you wish you could sex her," comes through, you should not be making eye contact with any student. I used to play the not clean versions of songs with my students. I'll say that. They were in high school. I would play regular music with them. Like, not anything crazy, but like sometimes there would be curse words. So there would be words like sex and stuff in music. You cannot be singing along, let alone making eye contact. So what I'm wondering is what your thought process was to pick up a child, twirl her, and then put both your hands on her face, which is literally like the daddy energy. Like, that is not, like, I'm gonna roll it back. Trigger warning, I am gonna roll it back, but I just think it needs to be dissected. We're actually gonna watch it in slower version. We're gonna watch it at 0.5 speed. Okay, so this is already not good. Girls scantily clad and you're lifting your body. That's already not good. Let's move on though. We wish you can sex her, and that we fully just saw her whole ass. We fully just saw her skirt go up and we looked at her entire ass. While you were facing her back, her entire ass was visible while you were saying the words, "you wish you could sex her." And then, instead of moving on, if your male teacher did this to you, everyone out there, if a male authority figure ever looks at you or holds you in this way, call the police. That's what your boyfriend does to you. That's what your husband does to you. That's not what your teacher at school does to you. What is that? What is that? It's very weird. You are very weird and very disturbing. He was banking on the horny Glee girlies with daddy issues. God. So let's go back to normal. Oh no. Is it gonna get worse? That's not great, but not terrible. Toxic is a great song. Why is he touching students? Kids would literally tap me on the shoulder and I'd be like, "Don't touch me." So weird. I would love the Toxic performance if he wasn't in it. Exactly. Do you think the head writer, like, literally was joking? Like, I think there might be a solid chance that the head writer is like, yeah, that was fucking weird. Blurred lines. Literally high-fiving a teacher made me so uncomfy. So Blurred Lines is a terrible song. The lyrics are so disturbing, but the beat is a good beat. Who the fuck are these people? What was the meow? Okay, so that was the most we can handle of that. I'm gonna be honest. I can't do it past that. Just can't do it more. Not Blurred Lines. So, back to our regularly scheduled programming. Thank you so much for being here. Glad we got to go through some submissions, do some Glee stuff. If this was your first time, this is the group chat. On Mondays we do the group chat. We kind of just read some stuff that people have sent in, and then we just see where the conversation takes us. Today it took us to Glee. I'm traumatized, you're traumatized, we're all calling our therapist. Oh, I got a stretch one. Someone told me to stretch, and I never do this stretch that I need to because it's really good for my back, and I never do it, and I hate doing it. What should I order from Taco Bell? Crunchwrap Supreme. Doritos Locos Tacos. Those are good too. So on Wednesday stream, it'll be at the same time, 7:30ish. We're talking about Hurricane Katrina on Wednesday. Wednesday is going to be more of a history stream. Also, I got a Hydrate viewer reward. That was cute. Wednesday is going to be more of a history stream about Hurricane Katrina. Not so much around like the weather and the nature parts of it. Obviously, we'll talk about that a little bit, but more about the way it was handled, how it affected the area long term. More like Hurricane Tortilla. What are we covering on Wednesday? Like I said, Hurricane Katrina. We on the same wavelength. Y'all are hilarious. I developed at least 4 new illnesses during the Glee portion of the show. Mitty the Bee, thank you for following me. Let me drop the link in the chat. If you ever want to submit something, here's the link. It'll take you to a Google form. You don't have to log in or give me your email or anything. So you can send me your education horror story, talk about an amazing teacher who changed your life, your work gossip, your family drama, rant about a politician / rich person that you hate, the story of the worst customer you've ever had, a man who wronged you, a rich person's terrible house, or whatever else is on your mind. Nothing is irrelevant. You can submit Glee videos. Thank you. Took the words out of my mouth, Gab Page. You can absolutely submit Glee videos. Oh my god, quarter life crisis. I'll have so many stories in the next week or two. Great. Love that for us. I'd probably visit where Katrina did and darn do a lot more than FEMA did. Yeah. So you can also submit if you want a shout out, but you don't have to. Totally up to you. You can put your name or not put your name. And if you have something that includes images, files, screenshots, whatever, email it to me. Wait, is that my email? I think I fucked up my email in here. It was embarrassing. Let's see if I got it right. Yeah, I did. That's crazy. I wonder how many have gotten sent to the wrong email. Let me actually script that out. We're going to fix this right now. I hate a typo. Okay. And we're fixing. Oh my god, there's already more. Woohoo. Love that for us. Okay. I fixed it. Just a quick girl, you know what I mean? Oh, Walmart. Sorry. I'm going to submit the dumb stuff my private Christian school classmates used to do to torture my 7th grade history and high school Spanish teacher. Please do. I'm scared, but please do. Okay, this was real. The guilty of that said the email doesn't exist, so I'm sure some unsuspecting person didn't get a photo of a semi seen in a parking lot. Wait, I think you sent it to me another way, and I did get it. Unsure. This is the only spot I was wrong. In my bio, I have the correct email. Whatever. Okay, have a great night. Thank you for being here. Can't wait to see you on Wednesday. Looking forward to talking about Hurricane Katrina. So actually, before we leave, Hurricane Katrina is particularly near and dear to my heart because my family took in Hurricane Katrina refugees, like people that like left the area because like everything was destroyed. They lived in our house for a while. And I remember as a child, I was very annoyed because I had to go to school and those kids got to sit at home and watch TV with my dad and eat food. And I was like, this is fucking bullshit. And my mom was like, shut the fuck up. You didn't lose your house in a hurricane. So have fun at school, bitch. She didn't say it like that, but it's essentially what happened. I sent it on the Nearpod. Oh, yeah, I do remember seeing it. For next week, I'll submit the story of my mom punching my sister in the face at Thanksgiving. Oh, my God. Are y'all okay? Sometimes y'all tell me things and I really get worried and I want to come pick you up. Kit Kittredge when her family took in poor people during the Depression. That's very much the vibe I had. I was like, you're in my room. So I don't really love that. I just noticed the skeleton. You mean Mike? Mike's a mainstay. Okay, I'm gonna go. This was great. I feel like sometimes we trauma dump on you. Are you okay with that? I mean, that's kind of the whole thing. Like, if I didn't want people to trauma dump on me, I wouldn't have a Google form for it. You get what I'm saying? Like, I think me creating a Google form, like, is me inviting. I kind of like when people trauma dump. I like to talk about it. And like, I know like, if I'm in a mindset where I'm like, I can't hear about that right now, I would just not read these at that moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's my job to kind of know when I shouldn't be looking at it. And most of the time, I want to look at it. So, all of us packed in your Honda CRV would be a vibe. I need to get my car detailed. It's fucking disgusting. Okay, I have to go. Love you so much. Night-night. Sleep tight. Make good decisions. All of the things.